Hey guys, and welcome to the VetoGate PR Week 8 election edition, right? Uh,
Yeah,
your guy did not get a lot of votes this week, hey?
4 more years of Trudy the goat.
Well, maybe not. The minority, so we'll see.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen, that's right. Oh, let's
Okay,
move on here.
let's not get so political. Yeah, let's start the next segment. Shout it from the rooftop. Noah was manning this segment before, but this week it's gonna with my boy Melvin Gordon, an absolute piece of shit. Is it even worth talking about?
N-
How he fumbled on the goal line twice, couldn't win the game for the Chargers, who are 0-3 since he came back. We all know, Noah, that he hasn't had a rush over 7 yards this season. And we all know that I would be 6-1 right now if I hadn't traded Condog for this piece of crap right here. Thanks, Melvin. Fuck you, man.
All right. From what I can garner from that is you are very annoyed. Um, yeah, Josh is having a little bit of difficulties with his mic just because he's
Was
on
it that
his
bad?
Mac mic. Oh, it's fine. We can get through it. Let's
Jeez, man.
let's move on to this trade report here. Was one trade this week. There's Moms Brzetti and Mixon for Barber and what was it, Duke Williams, I think, and a fifth. Like you're kind of looking at this and you're like, did James even get anything out of this? He got rid of Joe Mixon. He seemed super excited to get rid of him. He thought he was clogging his roster, so I mean, whatever. He got very mediocre draft capital for what he gave up, I believe. And Jaden gets good QB backup and good RB with some upside for pretty cheap, I would say.
Yeah, tilting on one of your keepers 7 weeks into the season for a fifth round pick just feels like you're selling low, man. I don't know. Mixon hasn't been great, but we know he has that upside of a top 15 guy. I think fifth was a little cheap. Good deal, Billick. Good
Yeah,
swindle.
I think James is just thinking Jacobs replaces Mixon as his keeper from now on. So,
That's true. That's true.
all right. So I'm just gonna shut up now and just let Fried Boy talk.
Now we got the pickup of the week. We got Dylan with Corey in the house. Let's go, Dylan! What a sweet pickup. He knew Ryan Tannehill was coming, and he knew that Ryan Tannehill supported Bart Harley Jarvis back on the Dolphins, and he has shown he can produce fantasy productive wide receivers in the
Who?
past. And Corey in the house
Harley
put up 80 in a
Jarvis?
tug.
Who the frick is Harley Jarvis?
Ask Billick. Ask Billick.
Uh,
Anyways, we got Corey in the house. He loves his Nintendo DS, and we
Man,
got a
you
nice
made the
picture.
slide bigger than you made the photo bigger than the slide, so it doesn't even fit properly.
We have an actual picture of Corey's house on the left. That's it. Good pickup, Dylan.
Frick, man. All right, I'm gonna move on to the drop of the week from there. That slide might have been the drop of the week. We'll just put it at that. Um, yeah, Kirk Cousins. I touted Kirk Cousins as pickup of the week. People were kind of questioning it, and I wasn't wrong because he went off again, and I dropped him. Carson Wentz got me 6 points and made it very interesting week for me. I probably could have kept Kirk Cousins and ridden out his okay schedule compared to Wentz's pretty terrible schedule. But anyway, yeah, pretty dud of me to
Uh,
drop him.
I honestly think he's overrated. I would not pick him up. I would not advise it for anybody. Stay away from Kirk Cousins. I fucking dare you.
You dare them to stay away?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's.
that's that. Let's
Can
move
you
on
get
to the
into
PR. Freaking Sterling, number 10. I don't know. This team's not very good. He uh he not only has his number one receiver, but also his number two receiver on the bye because they're on the same team. Um, is Touchdown Williams even playing this week? I don't think he is. I think he might be out for a few more weeks, but he has him in his flex right now, so we'll see how that works out. He's got Mo Sanu though. Mo Sanu got traded to the New England Patriots because he wants to actually win a Super Bowl instead of being on the Falcons. So I don't know. He's not gonna put up too many points, I would think, in his first week in New England because their system probably is a little bit harder to learn than others, but he might put something up. Other than that, you can see he's got another out in his starting lineup with Deshaun Jackson, and yeah, he's really hoping that Watson and his running backs can carry him.
Yeah, you know who won't be carrying him? Carry on Johnson.
Carry on, Gonson.
Another big injury. Yeah, carry on Gonson. Rest in peace, man. And poor little Sterling, man, coming to the league. He is definitely the most injury player. You know, sometimes it's just not meant to be in fantasy. Just not meant to be. But one positive about this team is that Gerald Everett has had nice weeks throughout the last four.
Gerald. It's freaking
Gerald. That's how
Gerald.
it's optional.
Okay,
How to
fine.
pronounce. I would like to call it Gerald. He's got 3 out of the last 4 weeks. Pretty nice. So that's a win.
Okay, yeah.
But Wax Bowl favorite right here.
Well, I would say he's a Wax Bowl favorite. I would say he's a favorite to be in the Wax Bowl, but he wouldn't be the Wax Bowl favorite to win it.
No, you don't think so? Okay, no, Wax Bowl favorite for getting
For getting in, sure, yeah. I'll agree with
for
that.
the Waxer favorite.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, next we got this lucky little rascal squeaked out a win over Remy, who put up an abysmal week. Dylan's week wasn't too nice either, but it was a down week for everybody, so it's enough to get the dub and put him to 2-5. He can finally be happy about Sony Michel getting that goal line work, unlike last week when
Yeah.
Tom Brady was sneaking in all the tutties. Michel had 3 this week, so you're getting some of that upside that you kept him for, even though he's not putting up yardage. But on the Patriots, he 18, 20 touchdowns. Who knows, right? Like Leclerc Blunt
Yeah, that
put up
Leggett Blunt play.
16 a couple of years ago, and he was absolute garbage. So it's good to see. It's good to see for this guy. But his other running back, David Montgomery,
Oof.
2 carries. Oof, did he ever miss on that one? Imagine having Josh Jacobs.
I
God,
was
it's tough.
about to say
Uh,
this man hates you right now
he
for
does hate me, Dylan.
uh,
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, buddy. 2 carries, but it's not terrible considering the whole team only had 7 carries. So that's still like what a 25% share for Team One. You know, but the one positive is that the Bears have been throwing a shit ton, and Allen Robinson has been madly consistent at the wide receiver 14. Definitely a steal at his draft price. Dylan is the receiver guru, man. This guy had so many late round steals between A Rob, Cortland Sutton, and Larry Fitz. Like a lot of productive receivers. And that Corey Davis pickup just doesn't know how to do with the running backs. Better start Royce Freeman, buddy. I think it's time to promote him to the wide receiver 2 against me this week. Other thing on this
RB2
team, trade. Yeah, wait, what did I say?
receiver.
Don't smoke weed before PR, kids. Anyways, Marvin Jones put up 4 tugs, but he only has 1 tug the rest of the season, so don't expect him to do it next.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan, it seems almost every year that he's got good receivers, right? I would think
That
that it's
is
like
true.
every year he's got good receivers. He just can't put it together with the running back position. He's got to go to like some boot camp where he like sits down and watches a running back film and like this is good film, this is bad film, and try and figure out what the heck he's trying to look for in a running back.
The man traded away CM. All that I have to say.
Yeah, he traded away CMC, but I mean, so did I, and so did
Yeah,
Jaden, and so did
that's true.
like CMC's been tossed around a little bit already. So
You all have yourselves to blame.
yeah, all right, let's move on to number 8. There's hasn't been any movement yet, and we'll continue that with Antoine at 8. Um, he had a decent week. He still lost, but he had a decent week. Um, what can I say? Like Barkley, he's back. He's scoring. He's back. Kenny Galladay, he's not lately. He hasn't been doing very good lately, but he's been getting the targets. Um, Adrian Peterson with the Redskins, like he's been getting the run, which is what you want to see. Ever since they've switched coaches, it's been Adrian Peterson, and so you kind of like to see that. But you got to wonder on that Redskins team if he's going to be able to continue that, considering they're going to be down a lot
AP
anyway.
AP has an injury, doesn't he? Pretty serious
Yeah,
injury.
he does have an injury, but it's not too serious. I think he's probable
No.
for this week.
Okay. Okay. Even with the
And
Thursday.
it is Thursday, but he is. I think he's still probable. At least that's what it
Okay.
says here.
Okay. Nice. Not as
Um,
bad as I thought.
yeah, and he's got a lot of other inconsistent receivers, we'll say. Calvin Ridley and Jeffrey. I've been kind of saying this all year, but it's been true all year. They've been very inconsistent, and Juju Smith-Schuster's kind of added himself to that list of inconsistency. And the bench is not very deep, but it could work out with like Lazard or something while Adams is out. I don't know. There's been so many injuries on that Green Bay roster, but Lazard didn't really pop last week.
No. Yeah. Listen, he didn't. He had a couple catches last week. One really nice grab actually, but you know Rogers is going to be sprinting it around. Calvin Ridley definitely gets a bit of an upgrade with Mostinu getting traded. I think that helps him the most on that roster
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I
for
didn't
sure.
really
He
even
should be
think
more
about that much.
slight upgrade, nothing major. Yeah, that's it, man. Lackluster. Good to have Saquon back though. That's gotta feel good.
I would say it's actually pretty good upgrade because Musinu was playing above Ridley in snap percentage. Now Calvin Ridley gets that
Well,
number two for sure.
there you go, folks. You heard it here.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. All right, let's move on.
James. He moved up a couple spots to 7 last week, and I was really hoping you could pull it out this week. That would have been a nice David and Goliath takedown if you would have beat Noah. But alas, Philip Dorsett did come through and ruin your hopes and dreams. But you're still at the top of these duds here in this little orange tier. Josh Jacobs is the lone stud rookie RB. He's the one guy that has that top 10 potential and that will probably end up being a keeper. You know, the rest of the rookie running backs not doing anything between guys like David Montgomery, Miles Sanders, Justice Hill's invisible. Singletary came back and like had a very lackluster game, didn't get a lot of work. Jacobs is the one. You got the diamond in the rough, man. Stephon Diggs has resurged over the last couple weeks. Over the last 4 weeks, actually, he's been the wide receiver 3. And now, of course, that's due to a huge 40-point game with 3 tutties. It's been pretty good over the last 4 weeks. Kirk Cousins just need a little bit of bullying to get him back into shape. You love to see it. It's a beautiful thing. So, you know, this guy could still make a late push for playoffs. He's only 2 games back. All these teams are. He's definitely the favorite of this bunch. Lost Joe Mixon, but I don't think this hurts this team too much. He's got other assets he can start. That's for sure. And Austin Hooper had a nice Garbo time touchdown with Matt Schaub. So maybe if Matt Ryan misses this game, it won't be a huge upset for Hooper. I'm sure he'll be getting targets anyhow in the middle of the field as a kind of maybe check down. He's still the tight end one.
Yeah, that annoyed me when he kind of went off there. When Schaub went in, I was like, oh, great.
It was
But
irrelevant all game.
irrelevant all game, and then he comes in right at the end when the backup QB comes and just does good. So
Classic Falcons garbage time.
yeah, very very much classic. And his bench is full of kind of trash that he got from Jaden. Other than that, it's not much to talk about. Matt Breida is pretty decent for a RB3 now that Mixon is gone, I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he kind of traded away some of his RB depth because he's got a good guy on the bench. All right, Tyson, number 6, not moving at all. So we've gone through half the league and they haven't moved yet. So, but we probably will be seeing some movement up top. Wink, wink. Freaking Josh Allen, he's got the cake matchup and he's kind of continuing it. He's got Philly this week, and I only say cake with Philly because their secondary is garbage. Um, they've got a really good run defense, so it might stop Josh Allen from scrambling, which is gives him a lot of his floor, but he's still got that pretty good ceiling. But he might switch out for Aaron Rodgers because he's playing KC and he's gonna have to throw a lot in KC to win that game. I feel. Actually, no. What am I even talking about? They
Mahomes ain't there,
Mahomes is
but
out, man. Man, I am
Yeah,
I am not in the
but
fantasy mode right now.
you need to smoke some weed, Noah. After last week though, with that perfect passer rating game and a career performance from Rodgers, I think he kind of deserves the start. There's the
Yeah.
there's the whole narrative that Lafleur and it was a new system, took a while to learn it, and ever since the first 2 weeks, he's been quite. The offense as a whole has. I think they're most. I think they're actually like the most points in the NFL week 3 on.
Oh well.
Might be wrong on that, but either they're the first or the third most.
Well, hopefully
So
you'd
yeah,
know because that's your team. So,
yep, I should know.
Todd Gurley's been performing as of late. He finally got his first receiving touchdown, I believe, last week, and he's kind of been pumping out the points. You kind of wonder if he's gonna ever fall off again, or if he's just gonna continue on this pace. Man, D Hops. He hasn't been the guy that Tyson thought he was keeping, I don't
He had a
think.
good week, man. What are you
He
talking
did
about? He had a
last
hundred.
week. Yeah.
He had 100 and a touchdown. You
Yeah.
can't just come in here and roast him after he has a
I'm
nice
not
week.
I'm not like roasting
Get
him in
out of here.
general. I'm just
Get out of
saying he
here.
hasn't really been the guy. Like,
No,
sure, you
that's
can have
true.
one good week, but you need to perform like that weekly to be the guy that he was hoping for. He's
Hey,
got
Fuller's out though. That's what
Well,
Hopkins
that's what
thrived
I
off
was
of,
getting at,
injuries.
man. Like,
Oh, jeez, I'm
calm
sorry,
down a
Noah.
sec. Like, Fuller's
Oh,
out.
buddy.
Like, he's playing against Oakland, who traded away one of their best corners. Like, he's got such a cake matchup. He's gonna eat this week, and he's gonna be back on that train of multiple good weeks in a row. Yeah, Darren fell way short. Like, super short. I don't know if he's gonna keep him in that starting lineup or what, but again, playing Oakland sucks, so it could be a good play. And would you play Aaron Jones over Jamal Williams?
I certainly would. You think that seems like the easy answer. Got some nice stat here for me, or what?
No, I just don't know if LaFleur likes Jones over Williams. I think Williams plays more usually than Jones, and he gets more looks, but
It's
I
who
mean,
got
Jones
more
is
carries
the
this
better
week?
running back for sure.
Let me see, because prior to this week, there was only the 1 week that he beat out Jones when Jones was getting punished against Detroit for the drop and the fumble. So Jones had 12 carries this past week, and Jamal had 3. So I'd say Jones is still the guy, man. I'd say he's still the guy.
Yeah, I guess he's still the guy. It's just,
There was just the 1 week he got beaten out because he was getting in trouble from Coach
but I
LaFleur.
feel like when they're behind, they use Jamal Williams more than they use Aaron Jones. So last week
I
they were
don't
up by so much that it didn't really matter.
I don't think that's the case as a
No?
Packers fan, man.
Okay.
He's certainly the guy. I think it was just a punishment against Detroit that week, but rest of the season it's an RBBC to an extent. I'd say it's a 60-40 for Jones though. For sure
Fair,
he's the
fair
one in
enough.
that play.
And that Marquise Brown trade ain't looking very good with Didi going off, hey?
My sweetie, Didi. That was
Oof.
a ripoff from the fantasy footballers. I'm sorry, boys. Low moment. Low moment. Okay, we got Billick next. Fallen 2 spots. The Titan has been taken down. He sat upon one for so long, and he's been dropping these last couple weeks. But that Mahomes injury hurts a lot, man. Not just for Mahomes, but also for Kelsey, who's kind of been underperforming as is this year. But that definitely lowers his ceiling with Matt Moore in there instead of Mahomes. And what is Mahomes' injury? Is it 4 to 6? Am I
It's
right on that?
it's like I heard it's gonna be on the lower end, probably like 3 to 4
Lower end.
weeks.
So that's not terrible. You're gonna have him back for playoffs, which is good. But a couple weeks without Mahomes, it's definitely lowers the odds that Billick gets that bye he was kind of set up so nicely for. Um, Going to the Chargers on this team, Austin Eckler is the best receiver on the Chargers, not Keenan Allen, who has actually fallen off a cliff since his very hot start to the season. Keenan Allen has not put up double digits in quite a few weeks now, but Keenan Allen often does this where he kind of fades in the middle of the season and he has a very strong December. So you never know when he's going to come back. He's an elite NFL receiver, so I wouldn't be too stressed about that. But
Do you
yeah,
think it's a coincidence that Allen has gone down in points since Gordon's been back?
oh man, oh,
I
and
don't
Hunter
think so.
Henry's back now too, and Hunter Henry, right?
Hmm.
I wouldn't stress too hard. I think he'll get going better, but not with the ceiling That's for sure.
Oh,
But
for sure.
anyways, Eckler, he isn't getting massive carries like he had at the start of the season, but that doesn't matter because they have him out there and they're using him as a receiver. And they should have him out there because he's the best running back on the team. He's definitely more talented than Gordon. They should probably start giving him more carries too. But the issue is that offensive line. I saw there was an injury this week. Some guy broke his ankle. Like that offensive line, I don't think anybody's going to be able to produce between the tackles. So if anything, that's good for Eckler. They're going to be throwing the ball more, and he's going to get more looks. So not he hasn't. He's kind of outperformed what you thought when Gordon came back. High end RB2, I'd say, very high
Well,
end
yeah,
RB2.
he's in the top 5 for catches in the entire league.
Yeah, his pace is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Next thing on this team, Scary Terry.
No,
It has
he's
been
not Scary
reported that
Terry.
he does not like being called scary.
This
He's
is
not
what
scary.
I've been saying.
He hates it. So Billick, you better change his goddamn nickname because that's some fucking disrespect. God damn it, pissed me off. Change his name. Maybe Terry F1 McLaurin or whatever the hell. There's some other good ones out there. There is. He had a down week, but you can just throw that Washington game away or the San Fran game with how wet it was. Like I
Oh, that
would,
was gross.
yeah, like every bad performance in that game, just throw it away. That field was disgusting. Does not reflect anything about the players. Last thing on this team is Devin single carry. He didn't have a single carry, but it sure felt like it because he put up a nice 2 points against the Dolphins in that juicy matchup. Maybe they're just working him back after the injury though. I wouldn't be too worried, but maybe not as he was made out to be. With
Yeah.
timeless Frank Gore.
Yeah, Frank Gore's kind of just still running that offense. The one thing you didn't mention was Emmanuel Sanders. He just got traded today.
Oh, that's right.
I know you probably did your notes before the trade happened, but
Did indeed.
yeah, so he got traded to San Fran. I think I don't even know if it's a better move for fantasy. I might say it's lateral or even slightly worse. Um, San Fran uses their running backs more than Denver. Um, Sanders was was the first fiddle at the start of the year for Joe Flacco, and then became the second fiddle pretty easily once Sutton started going off. But he's not gonna have to learn a lot of new verbiage and stuff because the OC from Denver is formerly from San Fran, and yeah, so Sanders maybe a lateral movement, I'll say, not too far up, but not really down at all. And
Yeah, I think it's one where time will tell. I think right now it can be seen as lateral, but could end up better.
yeah, they don't really
Could very
use.
well end.
I think they have less than 50% of their targets going to receivers. So
But they also have had the second easiest schedule thus far by opponents' records in the air, and they have some tougher matchups coming up where they'll probably have to throw the ball more to keep up with teams like Green Bay and Seattle. Those aren't going to be capable.
yeah, but they love throwing to the running back and tight end anyway. So, and he's
That's
got
true.
he's
That's
got
true.
so many O's on his team, and he has Devin Funchess on the IR. Like, get rid of Devin Funchess and grab some decent guy off the waiver wire. You have the first round or first overall, so you get to pick, I guess.
What do you do, Billy? Next, we got Ramon sliding down 2 points after I think the lowest outing of the year with just over 45 points.
Oh, it was garbage.
Pretty abysmal, man. Yeah, you're lucky you're still up here in the top five, Ramey, considering that you're the third lowest score of the year thus far. The only two teams scoring less are Sterling and Antoine. That's right. Dylan has scored more total points on the season than Ramey. And he got the win last week, thanks to Ramey's crap week. But, we still have this team up here because of the studs like CMC and the eventual return of Devontae Adams, which who knows when that's going to happen, man. It needs to happen for this guy to, live up to where he's being ranked. But I'm sure Devontae's going to be back soon. It's just kind of a murky situation. Yeah, it was a buy for CMC and some other guys though this week. So that low score can kind of be thrown out. He was starting fucking Dante Pettis with the big breakout game, like I egg, and also Wendell Smallwood. So throw that week out. I'm sure he'll be better going forward. Just some concerns though with DJ, man. That injury, they Alfred Morris, showing that there could be some decent concern there. And all I've heard from people that watch the Cardinals is that Chase Edmonds just looks like the way better, way sharper back. Who knows going forward if DJ is the de facto one anymore? Maybe split. I don't know, but there's definitely concern there. Definitely some concerns. Overall, this week, though, no positives for this team. Really, just a bunch of shit everywhere. Just a real shitstorm on this roster. I
Yeah,
thought I
but
had a nice pot. Yeah, no, nothing else to say, man. I thought there was going to be something, but no, just shit.
I don't know. Like Kareem Hunt's coming back soon, and I've been trying to
Ooh.
offer Raimi Kareem Hunt's handcuff, but he doesn't want him. I'm like really concerned that he doesn't want like at least the change of pace back behind Kareem Hunt when he comes back, but we'll see.
You bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about bastards.
Oh, how
Josh
dare you.
Josh here is at number three.
I'll
Um,
say the Lord's name in vain. I'll fucking do it.
yeah, I know you will. Um, this dude's out here flexing his tight ends. That's how much he flexes. Um, it looks like he might be using both this week, but who knows? He might just be doing it for the PR and then switching it back out after. That's something that Josh would definitely do. Man, let's look at Gordon. Nah, you already talked about Gordon way too much. But still, no no run greater than 7 yards. That's pretty crap. Um, Cook has been amazing. I would say I know I've said top asset, top two asset, whatever for different people, but Cook's definitely like a top three asset going forward for sure. He's on that offense. They're running like crazy, and they just love feeding him the ball. I knew that Dalvin Cook could get to that point. The only problem was the injuries, and it looks like he hasn't had anything near an injury this year, which is great for you. What else can I say? Like, freaking Julio has been doing okay with the way the Falcons have been playing. They've been utter garbage. So you've been kind of looking for a replacement there for Matt Ryan. Maybe you can pick up Matt Schaub because he did okay.
Oh, yeah, he probably actually had more points on the week than Matt Ryan,
Oh, he
so maybe he
definitely
will.
did.
Yeah, he for sure did.
Uh, Cooper Cup has kind of fallen down to earth a bit, but Jared Goff has kind of been playing like crap. But you gotta wonder because Woods has outscored him twice in a row here. So
Oh,
is he even the
oh.
receiver one in his own team?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
worried
still
about
is.
that,
But
man.
I mean, I can dream, you know. Uh,
One for one, Woods for Cup right now. I'll do it.
yeah, you
Send it.
won't.
Yeah, do it.
Cortland Sutton is now the lone fantasy receiver in Denver. Um, he's going to be gobbling up targets, but he's also going to be receiving the treatment of the number one wide receiver, which is getting shadowed or whatever. So we'll see if that helps or hinders him, but Flacco loves him, even though he's bad at throwing the football sometimes. He loves throwing the football to Cortland. And that was a good 49ers pickup with that second overall pick last week, the waiver. But yeah, they're solid and they don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. So
Yeah, it should be pretty decent between them and Pittsburgh. Obviously, I stashed Pittsburgh with the nice, juicy Miami matchup this week. Probably won't keep those two all season, but it's good to have some nice teas. Very consistent. I love
yeah,
Dalvin too. I really do. It feels good that I held on to him through the shitstorm. To
mm,
think that I almost traded Dalvin to Dieger for like Darius Geis in the fifth last year, man.
oh,
Dylan, I swear Dylan like couldn't pull the trigger. We were super. No, I couldn't pull the trigger. That's right. Dylan was in. He was really close to doing that last year. Thank God, man. I would have been Quinn the league by now for sure if I had done that trade.
yeah, and Willie Waller, he's pumping out points too.
Yeah, let's go. I love the Walrus.
Oh yeah, I got double duty. I forgot.
Yeah, it's you, buddy.
It's me. I've been waiting for you to talk, and it's me. Man, this guy. Are we finally giving him the respect he deserves? It
Getting some
seems
respect on that name,
it
bruh.
seems like we're giving him the respect. We're pumping him up to number two. He probably thinks that he's the top team in the league. Um, which is
He's the only guy watching this right now.
that's true. He's the only one going this long. So maybe we shouldn't be talking bad about him because he's our only listener. Um, anyway, like his running back depth is really good. He's got uh Condog from you. He got Fournette from his initial draft. He's had him his entire career. Picked up Carlos Hyde early off the waivers, and Mark Ingram, who I mean, I wouldn't have put him in my starting lineup last week, considering how he played, but you know, that's kind of a misleading nickname, although he has been playing pretty decently as of late. He still doesn't have over 65% snap share in a single game. Like that's slightly concerning, but he still gets the volume, which is nice.
And the red zone work, right?
Yeah, lots of red zone work. Tyler Boyd had 14 targets last week. He caught 5 balls, and he had a fumble. So like it could have been such an amazing week for him, and it really wasn't happening. You gotta wonder. He's definitely not gonna get those spike weeks like that for target wise. It once AJ Green gets back, so you're kind of riding it to the end of his tenure, especially considering Dalton being so crappy, and they might eventually turn to their backup. Um, what else can I say about this team? Prison Mike
Thielen
is
is
back. Oh yeah, Thielen.
prison Mike.
Prison Mike's back.
Thielen,
Yes, he's back off the
who's
bye.
prison Mike?
The receiver one, the
Oh
receiver one of
fuck.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as
Yeah, that's
Nick likes to call him.
probably why I forgot who he was because he's a ghost.
Yeah. Not like T.Y. Hilton, who's the ghost. He's the good ghost compared to Mike Evans. But yeah, frickin' Thielen, hamstring injury, I believe. At least he got him a touchdown before he got out. He
Exactly.
injured his leg on the touchdown, so we'll see how long he's out. But I would think at least a week, especially since they're playing on Thursday.
He might play, I heard. He's not ruled out yet, but I bet he does.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I They're playing Washington. They don't need to play Thielen, I don't think.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz kind of been having a few dud weeks lately. Kind of wonder if it was an upgrade. It definitely was an upgrade for what he traded away, but still.
But was
Um,
it worth the value, that second round pick, Deshaun Watson?
yeah,
Could he have
he got Hilton
gone
out of
someone?
it too, so it's
That's true. Hilton, did he get another touchdown this week?
I don't know, but he's
Probably.
making me look like a fool when I keep on saying his touchdowns are going to regress and he continues to score. So it's really
Yeah.
annoying, but yeah, and he's playing Spleen Darnold this week, unless he picks up another QB. So that's going to be
Clean
very interesting,
Darnold.
considering he had over negative 10 points last week. So that's fun.
Seeing ghosts, man. Yeah, like Thielen, you're happy to see his performance as of late with how the Vikings have been going more pass heavy. Same thing as Diggs. Then, like you mentioned before, D.D. Westbrook looking like a lot better than Marquise Brown. That might be the fleece of the year. Only time will tell. But right now, I'd say it's the fleece of the year for sure.
Yeah, you said some of my trades were fleeces, but not
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 like that.
compared to that.
Second rounder, Tyson, you fucked up, bud.
Oh yeah.
Number one, you know it. Can stop listening, go home. It's your host, Mr. Noah, 7-0. He almost had the loss
That was
this
not
week,
even
even
nearly
without
my
Kamara.
closest loss.
No, that's true. But no Kamara, no problem. 29.5 points from Latavius Murray. And that's because Kamara's a system run. That's right, folks. No, I'm not gonna go that route. Kamara's hype, and it's
He
is he
should be
back?
coming back this week.
And
They
they got the buy anyhow after.
Yeah, but they dropped Zach Zenner, who they picked up just for last week to fill in. But they just released him, so I think that means Kamara's gonna play. And if not, I'll
That's
just
good to
play
hear.
Latavius Murray anyway. So
Yeah, you know it's not a long term injury. Worst case scenario, week he's back after the bye, right? And yeah,
yeah,
you got the handcuff. So finally making some worth of drafting Latavius in what, like the fifth round? I
yeah,
know you
fifth or
remember.
sixth, but I mean, getting a win out of a fifth or sixth rounder, yeah, I'll take it.
It's worth it. Yeah. Michael Thomas on the Saints team too. Man, is that guy ever good?
Oh,
He has
so
one
good.
game this year below 89 yards, the model of consistency for
And he had a
receivers.
touchdown in that game.
Yeah, he's got the upside too, the touchdown. Like he puts up nice teen digits every week at a minimum, and his production has not gone down at all with Teddy. He's just a talented receiver, and that's got to make you feel good too for like the whole argument of him as a keeper. Oh, like what about when Breeze retires? Is Thomas going to be worth as much? Fuck yeah, he will be. It's a great NFL receiver. I'm sure he'll find success.
Yeah, he plays kind of the short intermediate part of the field, and that always gets targets there. So
Yeah, exactly. As long as he doesn't have some Trubisky dud thrown his way, he'll be good. That Dorsett pickup was very clutch though to get the
mhm.
dub. After you dropped him and he was still sitting looking like a snack. Noah snatched him up and he got the touchdown on Monday night to give the Sky win. So that's some pretty clutch shit right there. Good. What's not hype about this team though is Damian Williams.
Oh,
What we thought was such a fleece. Oh, that guy legit might be droppable. Like he's certainly not startable. What a bust. What a huge bust. The yeah, he's showing that he's not that good, man. He's really not that good, and the Chiefs aren't just gonna give him. I don't think he's getting that job back
he's so bad. He
anytime
had
soon.
like 5 yards on 10 touches or something.
Yeah, Noah's made a couple trades looking for that running back three, but so far they haven't worked out. He's still trying to find one. Some say he's looking for a savior of the universe. Who knows? Though? Who knows? Only other thing I wanted to say was Mark Hand down week for him. Had a couple drops with those hands of his, but wouldn't be worried about. Just had to poke some fun at the guy Noah traded me for.
Yeah, honestly, if I can say one downfall about my year, it's been my trades. They look like good trades at the time for
They
me.
do.
I think almost all my trades have been at the time look like wins. Maybe not the Tyler Boyd, Mike Andrews, but I kind of needed a tight end there. But
It
like,
certainly
if I
wasn't
would
a
have kept
loss,
with my
though.
team, I would have Hunter Henry now, and I still would have had Tyler Boyd on my bench. I would have Michael Gallup instead of John Brown, which is kind of a wash, but I wouldn't have to clog my roster with Damian Williams. Like, I don't want to keep
John
him, but I
Brown
don't want to
has
drop him.
been. I'd say John Brown greater sign Michael Gallup though.
Yeah, I still like Gallup more, but I see the allure with Brown for sure, obviously,
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
have
that's
him.
fair.
Um, but yeah, we'll see if AJ Green can be my actual first win once he comes back, if he actually plays. But it's not no guarantee that he plays because he might sit out because he doesn't have a new deal. So yeah,
Or he might get traded to the Packers and bring you a
no,
space.
they're not trading him.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're
I don't think
straight up
so.
not
And
gonna trade him.
after Sanu for a second, I think the price is a little too high
Yeah,
for
it's gonna be
AJ
more
Green.
than a first, so it's gonna be
Yeah, it
tough.
has to be. And I would rather not have my team trade. Well, good thing you lost those trades because they're still the best, and maybe we wouldn't even be talking here if you won.
Yeah.
Would have
Um,
just paid you out and quit.
Stonks are down for for Danny Danny Bustus or whatever. Um,
Big time stonks down.
Stonks are down for a few teams, Ramey and Jaden, and Stonks are up for Nick and Josh. Other than that, Stonks haven't really moved too much. Um, kind of hope that they move around a little bit more to give us a little bit more talking to do for Stonk Report, but
Stonks, baby.
those freaking Stonks, man. The week 8 matchups. I am facing Ramey. So this matchup, Josh, let me tell you right here. So
Oh,
Ramey and I are tied for the league. So Ramey and I, along with a few other people, have been in this league for the full 7 years. Ramey and I are tied for total wins all time for first place. This matchup is going to prove who is the best manager in the entire 7 years. Not quite, but you know what I mean. Like they're going to have the lead for wins. I finally caught up to Ramey after this 7-0 start compared to his 4-3 start. I think I have the head to head on him by 2 wins, so it's not a completely fair matchup there, but we'll see where it goes. I think it's going to be a hard week for me.
it's
Um,
the Goat Bowl right here.
it
This
it
is the
seems like the goat bowl
decider
for
of the modern day goat.
yeah. Kind of two dynasties going at it, you know?
Yeah, two of them with two stasis. This year will be the year to tell.
And yeah, other than that, the matchups kind of suck, so we can just kind of end it here.
Yeah,
Um,
nothing too exciting. Not even worth talking about. Kind of wash. Should be some easy wins for them.
yeah, it's a lot of the top playoff bound teams are facing the non-playoff bound teams, so
That's the time though
that's some
for one
upset
of those
time right there,
non-playoff bound
yeah.
times for to strike. Yeah, exactly, and make a case for the wild card. It's kind of a must-win scenario almost for some of these teams. So we'll see. It'll be an interesting week.
Yeah, James is projected more than Tyson. That's the only one that's projected higher from the kind of lower teams. So um, that'll be interesting to watch as well, because James was kind of on a roll until he faced me.
Yeah,
All right, so slightly
that's
over
all,
40.
folks.
I think we're gonna have to buy Josh a new computer because I think it's his computer that's the problem, not his mic. Um,
What? What? I can't hear you, bro.
yeah, he can't hear me. We can't hear you either. You cut it out every time we
Oh,
talk.
what?
All right, either way. Well, we'll see you guys next week, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know you don't listen the full way, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
hope you guys enjoyed it as well for me. And one last message from your sponsor, Andrew Shears, the cuck.
stay little dicked.
Say a little bit.
Bye.
Bye.